Good morning and welcome to Health Talk, sponsored by Mon General Hospital. This program is designed to provide education on vital health topics to help you take charge of your health. You'll also be introduced to Mon General's committed physicians, allied healthcare professionals, and quality programs and services. And now, here are your Health Talk hosts, Kay Murray and Jim Stallings.
Once again, Jim Stallings on vacation will return on Monday, but we're tuned into Health Talk, sponsored by Mon General Hospital. I'm Kay Murray, along with Dave Wilson. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Kay.
Why do you always wear green? You're wearing green again.
That's all I've got. That's it.
Does it just make you feel like you're doing something for Marshall when you do that? Is that the purpose?
See, I don't buy my own clothes. I haven't bought a shirt in probably 10 years. So people know they can buy me
green.
Yeah,
okay.
they'll buy me green.
Just wondering, maybe you could wear green to the ball of the year. Think that would fit in?
I don't know if I'd fit in, but I would do it.
Well, let's talk about it right now and see if we can get you to fit in about the ball of the year. Ann McKnight's back. She's the chairperson. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning, Kay.
Welcome to the show. And you bring a very special guest with you today.
I have brought in a very special guest this morning.
Marca Paparazzi is with us, and Marca is the first ball chair for the ball of the year. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. It's
My
nice to be
goodness.
here.
I guess that's kind of what we're going to do today. We're going to go back and reminisce some.
I think so.
Yeah, we are.
And reading some of the information that you sent to me, and the ball has changed quite a bit over the years. Started, Marca, back in 1963?
61.
61. Tell us about the concept of starting the ball of the year. Why and who kind of came up with this whole idea?
Anne Louise Squires was president of the auxiliary, and she thought we should have a fundraiser like Morgantown had never seen. So she asked Zelda Weiss, and Zelda asked me to be the co-chairman of the first ball. And before that, I think the Service League used to have a dance to raise money, but it was just a dance, and if you went, that was the money. But we were going to have advertising, get the community involved.
I have to think about the way it's changed over the years in that first ball. Was it at the Armory, the very first one?
Yes, it was the Armory.
And now we have it, Anne, in very glamorous places.
Yeah.
Yes, the event center at the Waterfront Place Hotel is really kind to us. You know, they do things like clean the restrooms, provide the food. These ladies back for the first ball, every little thing that got done, they had to do themselves.
Oh, Marca, talk about that and making up a menu. And who did all the cooking back then?
We did.
You did all the cooking.
And the guests did not expect this. So at the intermission of the dance, we brought out the food that we had made at home. And it was a great surprise.
Probably better than some that we get out at restaurants, too, I might add.
Okay, I have to ask, do you remember the menu from the first ball?
No, everybody just brought something they knew how to make.
Oh,
A
that
big
still
buffet.
sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably the specialties that they were known for. And
We did not, we paid for everything. We didn't pay anybody to do anything except the orchestra had to be paid. The Armory we didn't have to pay, but it was kind of a mess. It really.
it's hard to decorate the Armory, isn't it, Marca? Very difficult.
It's the one downtown. You know, it's no longer there.
Oh, wow.
And Genevieve Fraley, whose husband was at the dental school, decided that we should have chandeliers. So her committee made paper chandeliers that we'd hang around on.
I'll bet for that time, though, it was wonderful.
It was.
Yes.
It was. It was very exciting.
And I'm sure, do you have pictures from back then? Oh, wow, that would have been so great. And Ann, I know that's something that's going to come into this ball of the year.
Yeah, with our theme being reminisce, not only are we committed to the fundraising portion of the evening, but I really wanted it to be a tribute to all of the women who have sustained this event over the past 50 years. We have been through all of our scrapbooks, and I wouldn't say we have pictures from every single ball, but we have a very large assortment of pictures that we've blown up into these 2x6 photo banners that are going to be scattered throughout the ballroom the evening so that people can truly reminisce about where we've been and where we're going.
that seems like a big job to go through those pictures. But at the same time, I bet it was fun to sit back and look at all the old pictures from back in the day and remember those great memories from all those past balls.
It was enormously entertaining, and we hosted a brunch in April as a tribute to the ball chairs and to kick off this year's ball. And the ladies that attended the brunch, we had all the scrapbooks out, and they stayed well into the afternoon, reminiscing through the books about things they had done. It was sweet.
Dave, this armory that Marka talked about was down where the public safety building is in that area. There used to be a Morgantown Junior High School there.
Yes.
And then the armory was kind of to the side in the back of it. And they had teen dances there in my day. And they would have roller skating,
Yes.
and all of that, and then the ball of the year. So it was used for a lot in our community.
Now today, I think they probably send out letters to people who contribute. We didn't do that. We went to see them. Zelda and I went to every bar in town. And we sat at the bar.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
They gave us
Till you got somebody to come out to the ball of the year. It's for a good cause, and we don't want to forget about that and why it was started, Ann.
Yes, the very first year of the ball, the maternity ward at the time did not have its own bathroom facilities. And since the ladies in the auxiliary all had their children there, they felt the need was pretty strong. This year, we have moved forward. Zelda Stein-Weiss, who was also a co-chair with Marka for the first ball, was a very generous benefactor with Mon General Hospital, and she established the Zelda Stein-Weiss Cancer Center.
Absolutely.
Housed inside the Cancer Center is an early detection and prevention program, and the endoscopic bronchoscope that we are sponsoring this year, will be housed within that arena for the early detection and prevention of lung cancer.
And have you gone back just to show what this Ball of the Year has done since 1961 as far as money-wise, equipment-wise? Have you put a price tag on what this has meant for our community?
You know, that is our plan, to go back and add up all the proceeds and announce that the night of the ball. We have not done that yet because we've been busy, putting stickers on the decorations and going out in the community and make sure we're getting attendance. But yes, that is our plan, to announce that number the night of the
And
ball.
Mark, it must be large.
I have to tell you that the first year we made $4,176.
And last year?
Last year, was the most successful ball ever financially, and we made over $90,000.
This year will be the most successful.
I hope.
This year. Yeah. What is the theme this year?
Reminisce.
Reminisce. That is the theme.
That is the theme. Yes, reminisce. We're going to have the old photos. I don't think we're going to bring the scrapbooks down. They're very tender in physical nature. We're going to have a gown display from some of the past ball chairs so people can remember how the fashion has changed through the years. We're going to have a video. We made a video the day of the brunch when all the previous ball chairs came by, and we're going to show that at the beginning of the night to hear some historical perspective on where it's been and how far it's come.
Marka, did you only do this once as far as being the chairperson, co-chair in this case with Zelda?
I was a committee member after that. Things. But just once. I thought something else I wanted to tell you.
I'm sure the memories in talking about this and talking about the reminiscing of all of it has really brought up a lot of old friends and that participated in this over the years.
Yeah, we have actually a couple of tables of people who will be coming this year, who were previous ball chairs and haven't been coming as regularly as they probably would like, but this year they've got together and they're all going to have a table. It's going to be fun.
Marka, is there a particular year or a particular ball that stands out in your mind?
Oh, I think each one has been better than the one before.
So they all stick out.
I can never get over the fact that the next ball is better than the last one.
Yeah, the decorations and what they put into this. And that's some of the things we want to talk about. The entertainment, where do you get tickets, but also where this money is going to go specifically this year. We'll get into that as well. If you want to reminisce with us and you have any fond memories about the Ball of the Year in Mon General Hospital and what the Ball of the Year has meant, give us a call, 304-296-0041. We'll take a break. Be right back.
This is Mon General's Health Talk. If you have a health-related question, call us now at 304-296-0041.
So why are we talking about a ball and we have Health Talk on the air? Well, it all leads into better health in the community, and that's what the Ball of the Year has really provided Mon General Hospital and all of us that need special equipment that may not be there without the Ball of the Year, Anne. And let's get into a little bit about the endoscopic bronchoscope that you're going to focus in your money with this year.
Yes, the physicians at Mon General each year collect a list of equipment that they feel is vital to sustaining the excellent standard of care that Mon General gives. And then the hospital goes through that list, and then when the ball committee is assembled, we usually get a peek at it to see which of those items we can afford to sponsor, because some of the major equipment the hospital buys millions of dollars, and we can't reach it. So this year we did select the endoscopic bronchoscope. It will aid in the early detection and prevention of lung cancer, and because it was a very good marriage for us, as when Zelda was the first ball chair, and we knew that Reminisce was going to be our theme, and we knew that she was so passionate about the fight against cancer, we thought it was a good marriage for us this year.
What part does Mon General play into that decision? Do they kind of give you some ideas? This is what we could really use.
You know, they do. They give us the list, and then, like I said, we kind of pick through what we don't want to fail. We don't want to promise something that we can't deliver. So we get through the list, and we automatically kind of mark off the things that cost millions,
What's affordable, really, with
Yeah.
what you raise. And, of course, every year you hope to do better.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it's gone since 1961.
Absolutely. Every year there's improvement, and last year Joan Addix, hit it out of the park, going over $90,000. Coming after Joan, there's a little bit of pressure.
I'm sure. Well, Marka talked about in the break, we were talking about how do you know what to charge. And I'm sure that was a big decision in 1961, Marka.
But we thought if we charged $10 a couple, we could probably get a lot of people. But should we go for 15?
That was a lot of money in 61.
It was a lot of money, so we said 15 and held our breath.
And it worked.
It worked.
How many people did you have at that first ball? Do you remember numbers?
I don't remember a number, but somewhere around 200.
Well, that was nice.
That was enough for that armory.
Yeah, it's a good number. Mm-hmm. And how do we get tickets, and how much are they this year, Anne?
This year, the tickets are $125 a person. You can obtain those by calling the volunteer office at Mon General, 598-1324.
And when is the ball?
The ball is November the 10th at the Event Center at Waterfront Place Hotel. The social hour will start at 6 o'clock, and we'll be dancing till about 1.
You know my anniversary is November 17th, Kay.
Is it? Well, buy a ticket and take your wonderful wife to this. That'd be a nice event.
You can't go wrong.
I can't.
You cannot
no,
go wrong.
I can go wrong. Trust me.
With a fancy event, women love that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they do. It's probably a ball game that night, if I know Dave.
There is a ball game that night, but I want to assure the listeners that if the ball game is on during the ball, that the big screens will be dropped and the game will be on.
Over the years, decorating, and Marka mentioned about the paper chandeliers, a lot of pride goes into the decorations, and I'm sure with the ballroom at the waterfront, you're going to turn it into something completely different than what it is right now.
You know, as you look through the scrapbooks and talk to the former chairs, I think probably the decorations are what's changed the most. The gowns a little bit, but everyone wore long gowns back then too. And certainly the hairstyles. I'm hopeful big hair is going to come back, but it seems to be not on the horizon.
You never know. It's
but
all circles
the
around.
decorations have gone from the elegant, simple, homemade things that they made early. A couple years ago for our Night in Old Hollywood, we had vintage cars that were brought into the waterfront. We've even paired up with other places. 3 years ago when we had autumn as our theme, we wanted some big flower carts loaded with bright oranges and golds. And where I'm from, over in St. Mary's, West Virginia, they happen to have some of those on Main Street. So we hired a truck, drove over to St. Mary's, West Virginia, loaded up 8 of those carts, trucked them over, filled them up, and all we had to do was Scotch guard them for the winter. So I thought that was a pretty good trade.
So if you're doing Reminisce and you're thinking of colors, what goes into that?
Well, since it's the 50th, I will have to admit the majority of our decorations are rooted in gold.
Okay.
We have a little bit of ivory, and I'm hoping to get some like blush pink in there too, because the auxiliary, their letterhead and newsletter goes out on blush pink.
Sure.
But I have to say, the most impressive decoration this year, I believe, are going to be the 10-foot floral vases that we secured. The ballroom is so large there. When we rolled in the cars, it took up some space. Last year when we had the New York theme, we brought in Central Park and we had a taxi cab, and the gowns and the photo banners just aren't going to take up enough room. So we had these 10-foot, they're 6 feet wide and 10 feet tall, and they're going to be filled. We had them made.
Wow.
One of the committee members is connected with some people who were able to make them for us. And they're stunning. And I think that it will really change the feel of the room. We've doubled the size of the dance floor, 64 feet long. So I hope the room feels different. The decorations are always so elegant and different and exciting. But I wanted the room to just feel different this year. It would still be, as nice as always before, but just have a little bit of a different look, and the room's so large. So we're hoping that'll take up some space and change
warm
the
it
feel.
up somewhat.
Good, yes.
Now, Dave, one thing that may leave you out on this, you have to wear, is it a tuxedo?
Yes,
It's
this is a
very
black tie
formal,
event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that change your mind at all?
Well, I could always rent one.
Okay, good. Think about that.
I don't own one, but I could rent
The
one.
first ball of the year, Marco, was it formal and gowns and
yes.
tuxedos?
Yes.
So
Yes.
At
It's
the
pretty
Armory.
fancy.
At the Armory, I can picture that. Yeah. 304-296-0041. We're talking about the ball of the year coming up November
10th.
The 10th. And where can you get tickets? And what is the entertainment? Will there be some good food? We'll talk about that and more after this break.
The doctors, the latest news and procedures. Your local health connection is Mon General's Health Talk. If you'd like to be on the show, call 304-296-0041.
It's reminiscing. Nothing that I love to do more than that. Dave Wilson is thinking back and talking about the Armory this morning, where the first ball of the year was held, has brought back a lot of memories to me this morning, and that's really what the ball of the year this year is going to be about: reminiscing and remembering, going back in time, and building up to what this ball of the year has become. Ann.
It really is. The people in Morgantown have a love affair with this event. Whether they attend or not, everyone knows what you're talking about when you say the ball of the year.
You do.
Everyone knows. We have people that serve on the committee now who remember their parents getting dressed for the ball. And they remember thinking, oh, I can't wait till I'm old enough to go. Look at Mommy's dress. I can't wait to get one.
I'm so glad you brought it back to Morgantown, because I know for a while you were going up to Nemacolin and I'm glad you came back to Morgantown.
We actually, I didn't live in Morgantown when it moved, but I actually heard the rationale for that move just recently. It had been held at Lakeview, went from the Armory, and then we went to Lakeview for a number of years. And for whatever reason, I believe it was someone new working at Lakeview, they double booked the night. And there was no longer space available. And so they were scrambling to just find some place that could hold that number of people. And that was initially why it ended up moving to Nemacolin, was because we got booked out.
Well, it's definitely a beautiful place. However, it's
but
good
it is
have
nice
it
to
at
have a place here in town that can accommodate this
Right.
event.
And we were talking, Mark, in the break again, so we do most of our talking, is concerning why November?
Well, we asked Howard Weiss, Zelda's husband, his opinion, and he said, well, it has to be in the fall. There's too much going on in the spring, and it has to be far enough away from Christmas because people would be Christmas shopping later. So your best chance to make money probably is the first part of November.
Now, the one thing that really surprises me is that you asked a man's opinion, but that's just me. But good idea. It's a beautiful time of year. You're shaking your head, Dave.
Well, there's something wrong with that.
Howard always had an opinion because Zelda tended to be very flowery, and he would have a tendency to say, okay, Zelda, that's exactly what is it you're trying to say.
Settle down and let's focus.
Also, one thing I did want to mention why it's called the Ball of the Year, because we did want it to be the Ball of the Year.
And it is. And tell us again the date, Ann, and the food, the entertainment.
All right, the date is November the 10th, right here at the Event Center at Waterfront Place Hotel. Sound Connection will be the band for the evening. They have a website, so everybody can go out and get a little flavor from what the band will be sounding like that night. The food, oh man, I'm telling you what, I can't wait. I don't even really enjoy fish, but we're having a piece of halibut that is remarkable.
Did you get a sample?
I did get a sample, yes. We're having filet and halibut. We're having, of course, salad. And the salad's got some interesting little mint pieces in it.
It's the waterfront. You
And
expect
then,
that.
absolutely. And then for dessert, we're actually having cake and ice cream in celebration of the 50th anniversary. But we're actually going to have 5 cakes to choose from. Each one inspired by a different decade of the ball.
Oh, nice.
Our 1960s cake is actually a VW Bug with some cupcakes around. Our 70s cake has a disco ball and some paisley print. And our 80s ball has, I'm a child of the 80s, everything that you could fit on the possible cake with the feathers and the Cheetalicious print and all that kind of stuff. And then our 90s cake is going to have some technological computer like flavor to it. Then the fifth cake will just be a celebration of our 50th.
About 60 seconds left. Again, remind us, what will the proceeds benefit?
The proceeds are going to help sponsor an endoscopic bronchoscope to aid in the early detection of lung cancer, and tickets are available at 598-1324, and anyone in the community is welcome.
Thank you both
Thank
for
you for
coming in
having
and
us.
being part of Health Talk.
Thank you for inviting us.
Pleasure having you.